sources, Air India's pilot had reached Vancouver International Airport under influence of alcohol. Two breathalyzers tests were conducted by the Canadian authorities, and that had confirmed it. Transport Canada's Foreign Operation Department writes to Air India. The captain in question was to fly AI 186 from Vancouver to Vienna. On 23rd December 2025, the Canadian authorities asked Air India to conduct a thorough review and investigation under the safety management system and provide details of corrective actions taken to prevent any such recurrence in the upcoming times. And a response has been sought from Air India by January 26, 2026. So this is what we are learning in terms of action. Remember, there was this flight that was in fact scheduled from Vancouver to Vienna on 23rd December, which had in fact been delayed. It was an Air India flight where the pilot was in fact off-boarded after he did not pass the required tests that pilots need to before they are allowed to fly a particular flight, before they are allowed to take off. And while investigation had been launched into understanding what exactly had gone down with him, he was even interrogated. These are the latest updates we are getting into that very case. Amit Bhardwaj joining us on the broadcast with more details on this. Amit, this particular incident flags a very important and a very crucial point here, that is negligence on the part of the pilot definitely, but also more importantly Air India as an airline. Where does the entire regulations or the matter that inspections come into play if such pilots are given a green signal to go ahead and operate flights?
Well, say as part of the standard protocol, every pilot and the crew who are supposed to be on the craft for operations go through a detailed health checkup. And, in many of the times in situations of this sort, if there are contravention of the laid down norms and safety protocols, we see the action happening, whether it be in India or outside India. In this particular case, it was Royal Canadian Mounted Police which found that the pilot who reported on duty for Air India's flight 186 in Vancouver International Airport, he was under influence of alcohol, and the authorities found that he was unfit for duty. Moreover, two breath analyzer tests were conducted at Vancouver International Airport itself, and during these tests, it was confirmed that he was under influence of alcohol. Now, what is happening is that the Canadian authorities have written to Air India in this particular context and have also cited the contravention on the part of the crew member, that is the captain in question. Along with this, also, as you were mentioning, on the part of the operator. Now, we are given to understand that the authorities in Canada might go ahead with legal action in this particular context as well. And along with this, the Canadian authorities have written to Air India asking as to what system they are putting into place that such occurrences do not happen in future, and also in regards to this particular incident, as well as respond to the Canadian authority by January 26. Back to you.
Amit, the fact that, yes, of course, Air India has to submit a response in terms of what is it that they will be putting into place, what regulations will they put into place that this doesn't happen again. If you could just focus a little on this very incident, what exactly happened? There were two breath analyzing tests that the particular pilot failed to in fact clear, which is why he was deboarded. But what is the procedure where there was a lapse wherein this even took place? There was a window for such a lapse to take place in the first account.
What usually happens is that when the pilot and the crew fly to other destinations, international destinations as well, they do get a break in between as a layover or a break. There are terms to it. And when they report back to the airport, so again they have to go through detailed tests whether they are fit to fly the craft or not. And in this period, if any crew member or pilot is unfit, falls sick, or happens to be indulging in activities which might jeopardize the safety of the passengers of the craft itself, That is why all these laid down protocols have been put into place, and everywhere across the world, more so, and when it comes to international crafts, long journey crafts, these are taken very seriously. So yes, it is often on the part of the pilot itself where you fail to exercise your rightful mind, and end up breaking the laid down protocols. And yes, whether Air India was also at fault, we'll have to wait and see as to what is Air India's response into this. We had asked for Air India's response as well in this particular context when the report came to the light yesterday itself. But as per the laid down protocols, it has been put into place in order to ensure that any person, whether it be the crew or the pilot, are not unfit to fly a craft, and that's why these step-by-step tests and protocols and medical tests happen every time a crew or pilot goes on to fly any craft. And in this particular case, it was RCMP which found that the said captain was under influence of alcohol. Two breath analyzer tests confirmed the suspicion as well. And what we are able to understand here that there could be legal action initiated by RCMP as well.
So this particular pilot might face legal action as well at this given point of time, besides the airlines also putting into place mandatory regulations that need to be cleared by these pilots when they are in fact to operate a particular flight. Thank you, Amit, for bringing us all those details with regards to how the things will proceed from here into this particular case.